All right, you guys, welcome to a very special episode here on What's Up with Malachi. First of all, I'm going to apologize for the stuffiness. I do not feel good. Dealing with some sinus drainage. So today, I'm going to be doing a video on reacting to stupid stuff people do. And we're going to use Google Images. So this should be interesting. All right, so the first one here looks like a bunch of friends who they're regular, like 50 drum barrels. They might be plastic or whatever. Strapped them all together and tried to make a raft. The article is called Why People Do Dumb Things with Money. That's what we're going to be talking about today. Dumb stuff people do. I keep looking down at myself on my other screen instead of the webcam. I should probably get used to looking at the webcam. So, let's move on to the next one. Yeah, I've seen this one before. Sorry if it's a little small. But, yeah, so it looks like a group of friends had an inflatable pool, and they wanted to be able to have, it looks like a skillet there in the center of the pool. So they used some, like a surge protector and everything to plug it all in. If those flip-flops flip over just a little bit, they'll get shocked. They could die. It's not something that will definitely happen, but you never know. But not something I would ever do. I would never ever do that. Parenthood. Now you have someone who will always go along with your brilliant ideas. I would never ever do this with my kids. I might pretend to do this, but I would never actually just like hold on to one of the kids' legs and dip them over to get. I don't even know what that is. It looks like it might be a wishing well, so they're probably in there trying to get some change. I wouldn't do it. I've seen pictures of people doing this at the zoo. That's not smart either. Oh, yeah. This one's Great Parenting 101. Let's let your small child run around with a hatchet. That'll not go well. My son got these it's a Minecraft pickaxe, axe, and shovel. Okay, so you have the long plastic stick, and the heads of it, the pickaxe head, the axe head, and the shovel head, are all foam. We gotta fight him constantly not to hit stuff with it, hit people with it, and things like that. Giving a kid a real axe, that's just dumb. Just straight up dumb. I would never ever do that. Alright, what exactly is this? This is a guy sitting on top of, is that a snowblower? It's either a snowblower or a lawnmower. I'm thinking it's a snowblower because there's actual snow. But no, you don't do that. You don't do that. Your butt would probably be so warm. Those things are not built like a motorcycle to have some kind of heat shield for your butt. That's just no. Pure laziness right there. That's just straight up lazy and dangerous. Because if you slip off there, you could get your foot stuck in it. Who knows? Oh, this is funny. Okay, so it looks like a dad who wanted to do the same thing. Either dad or is that a teenager? That might be a teenage boy doing the same thing as kids. And he gets, I don't even know how he got up in there unless he fell through. But no, his legs are bent. I'm not quite sure how he wormed his way up in there, but now he's completely stuck. And you either got to grease him up with butter or some kind of lubricant to try to get him out, or try to see if he can bend his way back out of it. But that's just dumb. That reminds me of, if we took my kids to Chuck E. Cheese, and then say one of the kids decided that they weren't going to come out of the giant jungle gyms. One of us would have to go get them, and it's just not going to go well. I'm gonna get stuck. Okay, so they put missing ant, call blah blah blah, this number. I'll probably try to figure out how to blur that out. And they leave a honey bun for the ant. Just one ant? That's all you want? Is only one ant? Did you have like a pet ant? Or or what? I don't know. That's funny. Okay. Classic trying to fix the air conditioner outside the window. This is just not smart, especially if they're up like 3 or 4 stories. You're asking. And if this guy falls, if they lose grip and this guy falls, that's just dangerous. Beyond dangerous. It's just not smart. What is this thing? Get rid of that. I don't even know what that was. It's just not smart. He could fall and die. Why would you even do that? I'd pay someone to come out here and fix the air conditioner. Oh, okay. So you're gonna have a buddy come out with a crane. Well, this might even be business, but even still, that's not safe. You're gonna use a crane. One, you're gonna use a crane. Two, you're near power lines. It actually looks like the power lines are on this side of the crane. That's just one. That's super dangerous. You could be within a foot, and the electricity would arc off of those power lines into the crane, and whoever's in the crane could die. Could seriously die. I was trained how to actually use these cranes, or cranes similar to this, for a previous job, and that's just not smart. That was one of the biggest things, is you always gotta look at what's overhead, whether it be power lines, tree limbs, anything. You gotta pay attention to what's above you. But even on top of that, they hooked it up to a lawnmower. Now, I don't think you can just set these lawnmowers to let the blades run, and you could lift it across to trim these hedges by itself. But they even added a guy to it. Having the guy sit in there is just not smart. You could easily fall out, hurt himself, fall into the bushes, and as the guy with the crane's trying to move it away, the lawnmower could swing up and actually hit this guy with the blades. Alright, this is starting to freak me out, so I'm just going to move on to the next one. Okay. I remember as a kid, you could do this. You could sit in the bed of a truck and, ride around, but you had to go like under 35 miles an hour or something like that. But this is just even more dumb. Using your body to hold the mattress in. If it were me, there doesn't look like there's that much difference in width between the truck bed and the mattress. I just shove the mattress in there. And then any good truck driver, and anyone who drives a truck, should have like ratchet straps. So there's hooks in the truck bed. Just ratchet strap it down to the bed of the truck, and you shouldn't lose it at all. This is just dumb, because you have nothing holding on to you. You're holding on to the mattress, not even the truck. So if he pulls out of here too fast, you could easily slide off and most likely get hit by the car behind you. Alright, so I'm not sure if this is an optical illusion, or maybe it's a giant sinkhole that's somehow filled with water, but the car getting stuck that far in, like, if it's a sudden sinkhole, I don't think the water would still be sitting there. So this had to have been there. So I'm assuming this is the lady who drove her car in there. You should have known it was there. You should have absolutely known it was there. It's just bad. Just bad. There's no saving that car. Probably not. Alright, so... Oh, okay. Now I see what's going on. Alright, so it's a kid running around riding around his bike with a stick. Now, I've heard of people, like, running it on top of the tire to make it sound somewhat like a motorcycle. Me, as a kid, we always took a big clothespin and like a deck of cards, like just a card, and attaching it to one of the rims here in the back, or one of the leg extensions for the wheel. And that would run against the spokes, and it would actually sound like a motorcycle. But instead, this kid decides to stick the stick inside of the wheel. And of course, the only thing that's going to happen is the stick is going to travel through the spokes of the wheel, spinning around until it hits the front tree here for the front wheel. And it's just going to instantly stop you. And look, he looks like he got hurt. These are things that kids don't think about, but will never ever do again once they do it once. Alright, so this is kind of funny. This is someone not thinking through what they're doing. You have here one of those, I don't even know what the official term is, but you use it within your car to attach it into the steering wheel so it doesn't turn. So no one can steal your car. Even if they could turn your car on, they could only go forward or backwards. They couldn't turn at all. so they can never take your car anywhere. So they put it on this ATV. The problem is, this part is supposed to be used up against your door, and that's what's going to stop the wheel from turning. On an ATV, you don't have that. So someone could easily get this thing started and still drive off with this thing on. It's just not not thinking through what you're doing, which seems to be kind of common nowadays. All right, stupidity. You can't be that stupid, right? Yeah. Unless you're a trained professional, even if you were trained professional, you should know better not to do this. Like, you don't know that great white shark could easily take one more leap up, like a little more push of the tail, and easily grab your arm. And it's not going to just take the arm clean off. He's going to pull you back into the water. And then you got to fight off a shark. So to me, this is just dumb. Beyond straight dumb. And yes, apparently this guy is that dumb. Okay. Yeah, this lady is not thinking through what she's doing. Okay, so I'm guessing this is her car, and she needs gas. I guess her car's out of gas or whatever. So she has a spare, tank in the back of her car. So she's going to use it to fill up the car. But she's sitting here with a cigarette in her hand. Now, I don't know if most people know this or not, but it's not, gasoline in a liquid is not flammable. It's the fumes. So that's why your car only uses a little bit of gas to do what it needs to do. So as soon as she opens this up, and if she gets this cigarette right here too close to the spout, the whole thing could go up. And then you got it burning on the side of the street. I don't think it will necessarily explode because there may not be enough oxygen in here, but it'll slowly burn as things, sort of come out. It's just not smart. Not smart at all. All right, so at first I thought there's there's nothing really wrong with this photo, but then I really thought about it. Okay, so and it makes perfect sense to take this strap or chain and put it through the front tire to make sure no one steals your motorcycle. But you gotta attach the other end to something that people aren't either going to be able to lift the chain up over or literally can't get the chain out of without cutting it. So instead, they put it on this tiny little pole. I could easily walk up there and just pull the chain up over. And, I mean, granted, I still won't be able to ride the bike because the chain's going to be flopping through the wheels here the whole time. And you could really damage the fender and stuff. So if I'm looking to resell this as a thief, that's just not smart. You're going to be damaging the product at the same time. So it's kind of dumb. I think it'd be better to try to do something sort of like the kid with the stick. Gets like a metal rod to put through there, so even if they try to go forward, the stick will get stuck in here. But you got to get something strong enough to actually like withstand going through it. All right, what is this? Okay, so it's someone painted their car in camo, but it looks like they got like a mermaid here. And I'm not sure what this is. It looks like it might be like a stuffed bunny, I'm thinking. These might be ears. I mean, I've seen people do stuff like this, but I don't really think it's that dumb. I mean, you might lose it, but it is what it is. Alright, so yeah, this is definitely not a smart idea. Looks like they took paper bags or something and put them over their heads and then lit them on fire. You're seriously just asking to hurt yourself. You're going to burn your hair. Then you're going to have a nice giant bald spot on the top of your head and hair everywhere else. No. Nope. Wouldn't do it. Alright, this next one, might warn you guys, might freak you out a little bit. Alright. So, this is one of the dumbest things you could possibly do. Putting your head inside of a crocodile's head. Now I'm going to say this is a crocodile because it does not look like an alligator. They're a little different. But this is dumb. There's nothing, absolutely nothing you could do to stop the crocodile from closing its mouth. Now, you can stop a crocodile from opening its mouth. You can actually, if you were to jump on the back of the croc and grab its head after it shut its mouth, you can actually hold it shut because it has so little muscles to open its mouth. All of the muscles are in its jaw are there for closing. So it closes really fast, really hard, but it doesn't have a whole lot of muscle to open the mouth. So you could essentially sit there and just hold it shut. I mean, you're going to have to fight it flopping around with you on top of it, but I have seen it. People, like official crocodile wranglers, alligator wranglers, they got to move them from a pen to pen in a zoo, or, they got to get them out of the wild, or they're in someone's backyard. They will take a couple people, hop on top of it, sort of hold it still, and clamp the mouth shut, and actually just take electrical tape around the mouth a couple times, and it's strong enough to hold the mouth shut. It just is. But this, no. Nope. Even if this thing was dead, I wouldn't do it, because you don't know if it could have, like, sort of like spiders. They still move around after they're dead sometimes. No, wouldn't do it. Never, ever, ever. Alright, so this person obviously needed the whisk. It looks, what is that? Is that pancakes? It looks like pancake batter to me. But they needed to whisk their pancakes and just decided to use a drill with one whisk. I wouldn't say it's dumb. I would say it's kind of ingenious if you don't have an actual hand whisker. So, I mean, I would do this. It's the same premise as anyone who paints. If you paint professionally, a lot of times they'll have a specific drill bit that they'll put into a power drill and just put it in the bucket or whatever, turn it, and it mixes up the paint. All right, here we go. Oh, people. Okay, so I can somewhat understand you thinking that, hey, it's a fire extinguisher. It has compressed air in it. But it's not going to work for your tire. There's two different chemicals in it, and when they spray it out of the container, it makes a chemical reaction, make the fire retardant, either like a gas or foam or something. It really depends on what kind of fire extinguisher you have. But even if you could get it in your tire, it's not going to have enough stability to actually keep your tire inflated. This is just trying to make a quick fix, and it's just not going to work. Not going to work. Alright, you guys, that's the end of my first reaction video of stuff on Google Images. If you like this video, hit that like and subscribe button down at the bottom. Leave me a comment. Let me know what I should do for my next video. Alright, you guys. Later!